Do you know when to stop using the Maffetone method? Have you ever wanted to run without getting injured or burned out by using the Maffetone method? I did, and it actually went okay until I started doing the same 10-kilometer runs over and over and over again. During the past year, everything became mundane, and it felt like I was losing my running form, my speed, and my flippin' mind. I felt like I was stuck in an endless 9-to-5 job and nothing ever changed. And worse, the urge to lose weight and keep building my aerobic base was replaced with an urge to run faster and make sure I didn't lose my running mojo and quit using the Maffetone method altogether. It was so frustrating. And with ADHD and a mild history of depression, it came crashing down to a complete training halt, which is when consistency in my desire to run disappears and causes even more of a problem. But in April, I realized, based on my running data, things needed to change. So I forced myself out of my comfort zone to up my running mileage like I did in 2020. One of the things I enjoy most about running longer is how my mind feels and reacts to the longer runs. I'm obsessed with how I feel after 3 hours on the trail or a half marathon on a Sunday morning. Let's just say it's changed my outlook on life forever and taught me the most valuable lesson as a runner I could ever learn, which I believe will stop you from falling into the endless plodding trap. The endless Maffetone, aka running slow grind, can be hard on the mind because it's easy on the body. And with spring here and summer right around the corner, I really needed to change, or I might flippin' lose my mind, if you know what I mean. Yeah, how am I gonna tell everybody how to quit? I've been saying the Maffetone method works for so long. How do I go back and say, it's time to quit? It's time to change it up. It's time for something new and exciting. How do I tell everybody this? I guess I just gotta tell it how it is. There's no sugarcoating it. I'm bored. It's time to add some speed. I think I need to add some tempo runs, some threshold runs, or better yet, maybe I get back on the trail. It's Thursday, and I've changed things up. I was so flippin' bored. Things needed to change. Here's some things to think about if you're trying to decide to continue using the Maffetone method, or you want to try something new. I'm improving. Yes, I'm losing weight. Yes, I'm injury-free. Yes, the method works. Yes, running slowly works. However, to keep running fun and to keep it enjoyable, things have to change. You can't be doing the same things over and over again when you're really not enjoying it. Like, it's okay to run on the trails if you want to. It's a different type of training. You're not looking at your pace. You might not even look at your heart rate. I mean, it's okay to walk the hills. Training is training. Just like heart rate is heart rate. There are so many benefits to running on the trails, but still keeping in step with the Maffetone method. Look, it's fine to take 6 months to a year to build a strong aerobic base. However, you can and should mix it up a bit with other types of training, like tempo runs, threshold runs, kilometer or mile intervals, downhill running, uphill running repeats. These can and will help with your marathon or half marathon training. Look, building a house starts with the planning stage. Creating a plan, getting drawings made, buying land, getting permits, hiring a contractor. This is just like running, knowing why you want to run, where you want to run, the type of running you're going to be doing, what training plan will you follow. Once you have a plan, then you can start. But for years, I missed the very first thing I should have done, and that was to build a strong aerobic base. Just like a house, you have to build the foundation or the house will fall apart. But you don't just start there. You have to continue with the next step in the process. Running a marathon or a half marathon can be done in a few ways. Base build your way there. Add some faster runs to the plan. Don't do any runs at all and just wing it. Like, let me know how that works out for you. The body has different muscles that will help you along the way during your training. There are other things to think about, like hydration, electrolytes, nutrition, shoes, clothing, and God forbid, body glide. It's endless the things that you can think about even before training starts. Look, the lessons I have learned over the years comes down to this. You have to know why. What are you trying to achieve with running? Is it for health reasons? Or it might be something you have always wanted to do. Do you have weight to lose? Being able to adapt as a runner has helped me over the years and spilled over into my personal life and my business life. Knowing that my heart rate will be different on each and every run has allowed me to stop being frustrated with my heart rate training, knowing that the hot summer weather will slow me down to the point where I'll have to take walk breaks. Man, the heat's really moved in. Like, it's gotten really, really hot. So I gotta get up earlier than I'm normally out for a run just to beat the heat. I can feel it. It's hard. Knowing that hill repeats are speed work in disguise, or that trail running will make me a stronger runner. Now, knowing when to switch up your training plan is important, and for those that can afford a running coach, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you can't afford one or don't want a coach, then you need to pay attention to what your running data in Garmin Connect or the Kuros Training Hub or whatever training program you use is telling you. The things I look at to decide when it's time to switch things up are things like, am I enjoying my runs or am I just bored? Am I very stressed out at life at the moment? I don't have time to train this way. My MAF test that I do each month shows that I'm not improving, or I'm stuck, or I'm going backwards. I'm feeling mentally and physically tired. I'm not sleeping well. My consistency sucks. Is my mileage dropping? Do I feel burned out? Am I injured? Am I getting sick? I seem to have lost my discipline and I'm flipping bored out of my mind. So you're looking for a new way to continue training, but still want to have the Maffetone play a part in your training? Mixing it up with 80-20 may be the thing that you can do. 80% of your runs at MAF and 20% faster runs like threshold and tempo and hill repeats, things like that. But remember, once you add speed work into your running, you will have to decrease your weekly mileage. You don't want to get hurt. You might want to keep your Sunday a long run and take a few rest days during the week and maybe add in or a steady run on a Friday. It depends on you and what you're training for. Listen to your body. You should be okay to continue training using whatever method you decide. If you want to use the Maffetone method, then click here to understand some of the reasons why Maffetone method may not be working for some runners and it may be not right for you. If you're enjoying the content that I put out, it'd be great if you could like this video and maybe subscribe if you haven't already, comment. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you want to see more content, please hit the bell notification to be alerted when more of these videos drop on YouTube. I really enjoy the longer distance. So maybe I'm getting bored of the 10Ks. Maybe I just need to add in some 90-minute runs, and see what that does. See if my mojo comes back. Maybe I just need to get on the trail. I don't know. But whatever, it's time for me to mix things up because I don't want to get too bored. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Being able to run a little bit longer on the weekends has really changed things up a little bit. Working my way up to hopefully running a half marathon this spring is certainly starting to change my mood. But I also want to head out onto the trails because that's going to add a lot more fun to my runs each and every weekend. So like I always say, get out and run. See you next week.